Hello everyone and welcome back to Minnesota. Today's video we're just going to be doing a little update here on what's been going on in the garden and going to do a little seed saving video as well. So with that being said, today is Saturday the 28th of September. Yesterday was our average first frost date, but I don't think we're going to get a frost here for a little bit longer, but you never know here in Minnesota. And usually the garden doesn't look like this on the 28th of September. Like I said, usually we have a frost by now and I have a lot of stuff pulled out, but it's been a crazy year. The peppers and tomatoes are still trying to flower here, which usually don't happen this time of year. But there's been some good, there's been some fails this year, and the only thing you can do is learn from that and don't give up and try again next year. So let's get started. So here's a fail that seems to happen quite often with me. Next year I'm going to definitely try a different variety of Brussels sprouts, but I can get good healthy looking plants, but I can't get the Brussels sprouts to get big. Now I'll leave these until a hard freeze. Maybe I can get a couple, but they're just tough for me to grow. The melon bed has been really good, other than the fact that I keep pulling watermelons when they're apparently not ripe. I think they are, but they're not. But we have gotten a lot of good cantaloupes this year so far. I don't know. Give a little tug, see if this one's ready. That one's not ready yet, but these have been delicious. And the plants are just starting to peter off. We've still been getting warm weather, but the nights have been getting cold, so everything does slow down when the nights are in the 40s, low 50s, high 40s every night. So the peppers, everything slows down. These are the radishes I planted about a month ago. That's about the only thing I did for a fall planting. Here in Minnesota, you see a lot of videos where, a lot of gardening videos where like early September, they title it or whatever, 10 crops to plant in September. A lot of them do explain that, this might not work in the northern part, but some of them don't. They just say 10 crops to plant. Well, can't do that here. As you can see with the peppers and a lot of stuff we grow, the summer crops, they last all year long here. So I don't need to do a round 2 of peppers or a round 2 of zucchini and cucumbers. They last all year long. If I were to do a fall crop of zucchini or cucumbers, we typically plant out the summer crops in late May, early June. Usually it's early June. For me to do a fall garden of zucchini or cucumbers, I would have to plant them a month later. That just don't make sense here. We still have some eggplants growing. I don't know if I'm a fan of them yet. We have not had a recipe where I've really liked them. So we'll see. Maybe we'll try them again. Maybe we'll find yeah, my daughter here, the camera woman, she wants to try making ratatouille or whatever it's called. It looks good. This is just some dill. That's just all volunteer dill. I just let the dill go anywhere it wants. But like I was saying, as you can see, the zucchini, cucumbers, they make it all year long. Usually by now it's been cold, but I'm still getting good cucumbers. For the most part, a fall garden just don't make sense here in Minnesota. And technically I'm in 4B now. Used to be 3B. It changed. I still say 3B, but technically it's 4B. As you've seen, we dug up all the potatoes. Now the corn, that was the big fail. We ended up with a lot of fall decor of brown, nice stalks, but we did not get any corn. It was looking so good. I think I just placed it all too close and the nutrients couldn't keep up. I don't know. I will try again though. The herb bed, we've chopped all the herbs down 3 or 4 times now and have dried them out, so we have plenty of dried herbs. This sunflower here is getting close. Try. Well, there's a little bug in there. It's getting close to maybe try to dry out some sunflower seeds. I don't know. The tomatoes, you all know if you've watched before, got blight super early this year. But now later in the season, they're all growing nice, healthy new plants, trying to flower, but it's just too late here. I'm going to rip all the tomatoes out soon here. I will keep this cherry tomato plant because there's a lot of nice cherry tomatoes on here still. But for the most part, the tomatoes are done. The marigolds really bring in the bumblebees. And these are the strawberry transplants. Now, I did a video on how to take the runners and plant them. Well, I did fail. I did the video and I just took the suckers and I planted them right in here. Well, only one survived. But when I did that video, after the video was over, I took a lot of the runners and I planted them in pots and left them connected for a week or two and before I snipped them off. And I transplanted all them and they have all taken well. So I didn't totally fail, but with that being said, if you're going to take runners from a strawberry plant, I suggest you put them in a pot, leave them connected to the mother plant, wait a week or two before you snip them off, wait for them to establish in there, and now you can see I got good roots coming out, and I'm just waiting to clear out the beans here to put these ones on that side. And like I said, peppers have made it. However, like I said, they're slowing down because it gets cold in the evening, but this one looks like it's ready to pick. Another one down here ready to pick. So overall with the garden, we've been very pleased. We've gotten a lot of produce. Zucchini and cucumbers, we give them away every week. We just can't keep up with them. Eating them anyway. We have made some stuff. More radishes I planted. Bunching onions got to get picked up here and we'll snack on them. This broccoli is growing like a whole new head, but last time I tasted some of it, it was still really bitter. So I don't know if it's going to be any good. Little bit of lettuce I planted a month ago. Hopefully that'll still last a few more weeks. We can get some salads off of there. But with that being said, overall it was a great year in the garden. This will not be the last video. I'll show you what I do after I tear everything out of the beds and kind of prep them for the winter. But now let's get on to saving some seeds here. So with beans, I just leave them go till they start to dry out. And you can tell they just get nice and brown and dried out when they're ready. And you can pretty much feel them in there. And you can kind of tell that they're just all loose and you can almost hear them shake around. But I'll just grab all these ones I think are dry enough here. And you can feel them. There's a lot here. I won't pick all of them, but I picked some yesterday. And you can kind of see that's what they look like, but you can feel in them that they're all nice and one of the easiest seeds to save. Totally dry and ready to go. That's all there is to saving the beans seeds. But it's as easy as that. These are all ready to go for next year. So then we'll move on to some peppers here. There is one I saw that I'm going to grab over here. We'll see if these ones look all right to save. So anyway, when it comes to saving pepper seeds, You want to wait till the pepper itself is mature. This is a jalapeno in this case. I like to wait for them to get red. Then I know they're nice and ripe, have viable seeds in them. And I'll just take a paper plate and I'll just write on there what it is. This is an Anaheim. I don't need these seeds this year, but I'll give them away. So I just cut the top off. I don't know if this one is a good one because the seeds look brown. You don't want seeds to be brown. But some of them look good. Not all of them are brown. And with pepper seeds, that's all you got to do. Put them on a plate. And I'll usually just set them in the house for a week or two. Let them dry out. Like I said, you don't want these brown ones. But this is just for a video. I'm not necessarily going to save them. But if I did, I would go through and get all these brown ones out and just save these nice cream colored ones. The jalapeno, I'll put some gloves on just in case. And I'll do the same thing. I'll just cut the top off. This one don't have a lot of seeds in it. I'd have to find a couple more jalapenos. That one did not have much in it at all. I'll see if I can find another one that is not red, but is ready. So here's one right here. So this jalapeno is not red, but once it gets all this marking on it, it's also considered a ripe one. The seeds will be viable in a jalapeno, a green one that's all got that. I don't even know what they call that. I call it like woodiness. There are not a lot of seeds in jalapenos. But that would be enough to last a couple years there. And a few weeks ago, I saved seeds from a bell pepper, Cal Wonder. And, oops, this got wet. These ones have already dried, but this is just from one pepper plant, and that's what they'll look like when they're all nice and dried out. Now, I don't need that many seeds. These will last a while. I'll probably just give a lot of these away. And I just put them in a little seed pack. And since there's dew everywhere, this got wet, so I'm going to have to put these in a new seed pack. You do not want moisture or light or anything on your seeds, obviously. I don't know if there was any other seeds that you could, that I planned on showing you in this video. Dill, that's easy. If you wanted to, I've already just sprinkled off a lot of the dill seeds after they dry out. So, I forgot to mention this when it comes to saving seeds. It's later in the day now, as you can tell. Got a different shirt on. I am in the process of canning all of our potatoes that we have harvested. Not all of them, but hopefully 2 batches. So hopefully 14 quarts. And if we get that done, maybe we'll insert a picture now of showing you that we got it done. But anyway, we grow like 95, 98, 99%, somewhere around there, heirloom seeds. So when it comes to saving seeds, you pretty much want the seeds to be an heirloom variety so you don't get any cross-pollination or anything. And the seeds will be true to what you planted. So very important thing. If you want to save seeds, try to do it with the heirloom variety seeds. And that's all. So with that being said, that's the little update here and a little how to save seeds. Like I said, just put these in the house for a week or two, let them dry off, package them up, and they're good to go for next year. And I think that's it for this video. So with that being said, we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. if we get that